Hello, CraftingMantis here, and welcome back to another episode on the Realm of Vasten. So I know that it's been quite a while since I've put out a Vasten episode, so I wanted to show you guys what I've been doing. Because I have actually been working on on the server, though I haven't been recording. Having a little munchkin and running around the house and needing things and stuff like that. Makes it a little difficult to record, and by the end of the day I was just way too exhausted to actually do anything. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I have done. So we had I'd already showed you guys the stuff over there. Now this right here, I did start doing the texturizing on the side of the church. I haven't done all of it yet. But this right here, I ended up deciding to go with cobble instead of the andesite, because the andesite doesn't have stairs, and so I couldn't change out any of these, and it was starting to look really weird because the only texturing was just on the columns. It's like, all right, we're gonna have to take out all the andesite and put in cobble. And I've also added in like the cracked stone brick just to add a little bit more. Now if I can actually do this, here we go. One of the disadvantages of having, iron doors. Now, the issue is that, like this right here, this is andesite and this is cobblestone. So there is a big difference in color, and these don't meld together like, like the stone brick and the andesite do. So I am probably going to have to go back through in here and change out all of the andesite in order to make it look better. Not here. I need to go back down. Because with that, the big difference, I mean, because like down here, it doesn't necessarily matter because, you can't see any of the cobblestone, or at least, yeah, you won't be able to, because everything is going to be on the outside, whereas upstairs it has all of the windows, which pose a slight problem in terms of just being able to do the textures and stuff. So that is where we stand in terms of the church. Now, if we head over here, I'm definitely super excited about this project. This isn't mine. This is Fix It, and so some of you guys will have already, seen this. If we come up here, this was going to be the original tunnel, because if we come, if you go down this direction, there is actually a skeleton spawner, and so we were thinking about doing a outpost. In fact, I don't think it's too far down here. I think it's just right down here. Yeah, right here. Right here. And so this was going to be an outpost of the dragon priests. And we were actually going to leave it so that, the skeletons could actually wander around and stuff. Ooh, I see cobble. No, that's not cobble. That's granite. Okay. I was like, do we have another spawner? Seriously? But yeah, so this was going to be a outpost. I'll need to talk to Klautos, because Klautos was the one that had the original idea. So see if he's going to end up building that, or if that's something, we're still going to do, or, all of that. But if we come this direction, I can show you what Fix It has been up to. So we climb all the way up here. And yeah, it's a little bit of a climb. Just a little bit. And then, because this is going to end up coming out into my actual cave. He's got this huge tunnel that goes, this connects up to Klautos' area. And so we've got that goes all the way through. And so we might just bring that tunnel. So not necessarily use the rest of it, but the little part of the tunnel in between mine, and the spawner, and add that in here. Just as like an additional thing instead of having like two tunnels. But yeah, this is supposed to go all the way down to bedrock. So it's gonna be interesting to see, see that kind of develop. And then we're not 100% sure yet, exactly how it's gonna end up connecting up into my cave. But we've got multiple entrance points that we can end up doing, and then anywhere within here we can kind of create a cave to enter in here. Um, let's see. Oh, and then I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this right here. I've been kind of pondering some ideas for the for this section, and what I'm thinking is that maybe like right at that level up there, have another lava fall come down, because this goes all the way around. And there is another section over here where it meets up with the wall. But the thing is that there's no additional one flowing in. This comes down, hits this area, which I still need to kind of get rid of some of that lava because it wouldn't be quite that, far out. But it would end, coming around, and then it goes into the wall. Whereas over here, this one comes down, it comes down here, it meets here, and then this one continues falling down. So this needs an actual source of lava. And so I've got, some blocks of lava in there, just as like a holding place because I had extra lava and I had no place to put it because this was all filled in. And so I'm thinking about adding another little another little lava fall there to, because that kind of makes sense because there needs to be a source for this particular flow. And then I don't know, because like with this one, it all ends up right here. Let's go ahead and say hi to fix it. And so this right here, I might try to find like maybe it goes, there's like an underground lava. So definitely lots of things to kind of ponder with that. Now, if I come over here, I can show you the other little development in this corner, because as you can see, it just goes straight into the wall and it's all flat along here. And so it doesn't make sense to have another fall here because it wouldn't really be flowing anywhere, as this was, as this was coming in here. But this right here, let's see if I can make it, there we go. This is going to be a little cave entrance. I've, kind of started with the random increases, and ignore the jungle trees. Those are just there because that's where I have the dirt. But yeah, this is going to be a little cave entrance because this is the warm side of the cave. And so I was thinking that it would, be kind of cool to have like a little green space in here as, kind of like a little hidden, utopia type type thing, I guess. So that's what that's going to be. I didn't want to develop it too far because I need to get the walls up and all of that. And as you can see, I've kind of been mapping out where, where the walls are going to go. And then this right here, I went ahead and started doing the increase here, because with this where I dug out, and this was a lot of digging, a lot more digging, and then I had to move all of the stone chests because they were in the way. But yeah, so we'll get to that over there. But yeah, so I cleared all of this out because I knew that this was not going to be part of the wall, and so I just went ahead and cleared all of it out, and then that way, there's also area where, I can develop stuff within the walls, like the area where it's all nice and green and stuff. And so this is just, it's going to be a, gradual increase. Granted, the higher we get, the steeper, kind of the steeper the slope type thing. And then this right here, this is my do not dig below kind of guidance. I mean, granted, I'm probably going to end up having to dig into this, but it kind of lets me know where, where the ravine is, because, that's the goal, is that this is going to slope up into, into the area with the ravine. And then there's going to be some bridges and stuff for where the followers had actually, had access to get through. And then it's going to be a choke point to where, the dragging, it just barely make it through that area over the ravine, and then it's going to open up again, and that will end up being the cold area, because with the choke point, that kind of helps trap in all of the heat and stuff that is down here, because as we know, heat rises, and so there needs to be something, kind of like a barrier that would prevent it from actually being able to, make it to the cold section of the cave, because the cold section is the one that is closest to the surface. Yeah, so that is the plans for this increase that I have over here. Now, if we come down here, this is kind of where I've set up the storage, and I added a lot more, but I've already almost filled it up again. Especially with clearing all this stuff out. So I'm probably gonna have to expand out the stone storage potentially, especially once I start digging up there. But yeah, we definitely got lots of stuff over here, and then with these that allows us to get the end rods, which I've been doing a lot, and then Fix It just recently added a new recipe for shulker shells, and so Cloutos was kind enough to work out I think it was Cloutos and Fix, do a scoot farm, because that's what it is. It's scoots and the chorus fruit. So that's really cool. We can actually get the shulker shells without actually having to go into the end. Because the idea is to try to save as much exploring as possible. And these guys right here are the bane of my existence. Fix It was streaming, and I'm just playing around and just doing my thing while they're all doing stuff on the surface. And well, I got a little distracted and looked away from my computer, and then of course with wearing the elytra, my armor isn't all that great. So one of these guys came over and demolished me right over there next to my bed. And so I'd respawn, and it killed me. And so I was lagging because it was having problems, loading me back in. And it just kept killing me and killing me and killing me and killing me. And finally, it's like I ended up having to go into Fix's stream and be like, help, please. Please help. And so they came over and killed everything so that, I could actually, spawn in and all that stuff. So that was definitely an adventure in and of itself. It's like, oh yeah, don't mind me. Mantis is just gonna end up being, killed by a giant slime multiple times. But yeah, I definitely learned my lesson, and I've moved my bed inside my little AFK area. And so now if I die, I end up in here, not out here in the open where things can continuously kill me, which was great. Oh, and then the other thing, over here, and this over here is going to be a entrance into this section. It's just going to be kind of, like a sort of hidden area. I don't want to use, any redstone. Just kind of sort of hide it away, in the wall, and then this will be the way to actually get into this area. So, for any of the Vasten members, that's going to be the entrance into the storage area if you guys need to get anything. Yeah, that's been the biggest thing, is that this whole dig is very hard for people to find. Oh, and I forgot. Oh, and of course there's a giant slime. Can you reach me? No, you can't reach me. Haha. I'm just gonna teleport away. Haha. I ended up finding 2 spider spawners there, and then 1 up there. That is a dual spider spawner. And so what I'm going to be doing, because this one is within the wall, and so this would end up coming up, and there'd actually be like an entrance into where you would end up standing, AFK, which would be right over there next to where the glass is. And then I don't know, because this one is kind of in the way, and so I might actually have to get rid of this one. Because as you can see, I mean, it puts it smack dab in the middle of the area where I need to be expanding up in order to, make this work. And then probably, I'm thinking probably here where, where the actual mine shaft is. This is probably going to be where one of the bridges is going to be. Because there's that, and then over here, I'm going to kind of cut it off, cut the ravine off right here. And so the ravine is going to continue on, and then, the wall is going to actually come up here. And then this is going to, this is going to be the actual choke point. Because I'm thinking that the body of the dragon is going to be, I think, 13 wide. And so 13 wide, plus you have to take into consideration the wings, which are relatively thin, but, are big. And then, of course, legs. And so we're probably still looking at, a decent size section here. It's probably going to go from, because this is 30, so it's going to come up to 20 probably up here. Like a 20 by 20 section where you're actually going to be able to get across this ravine into the cold section of the cave. So that is what I have for updates in terms of the Realm of Vasten. I definitely super excited about, seeing some progress in, within the cave here. It's been, lots of thinking, lots of pondering. So during the time that, I wasn't able to do anything, I've been kind of thinking about what we can end up doing in here. And then I hope you guys are excited too. And then if you guys, have any ideas or anything like that, any input or anything, it's good to do it now so that, I can incorporate it before, really get into it. So yeah, so that is going to do it for today. Definitely, lots of talking and lots of updates, but, that's kind of what I needed to do with this, as I didn't want to get too much further into this without actually letting you guys know what was going on, because, yeah, we're not going to be doing huge jump cuts anymore, because, doing that now, I'd be like, oh, 3 weeks later, here's another Realm of Vasten video. So, but yeah, so if you guys like this episode, definitely hit that like button. Oh, ow. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. It definitely helps out the channel, and it's always nice to see new faces in my little corner of YouTube. And if you want to be notified as to when I put out additional content, then definitely hit that notification bell. But for now, I'm going to call it, and I will see you guys in the next episode.